What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 58 of the Get It Out podcast, bringing you the hot takes, latest stories, and spicy picks on New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Adam Grisani, joined around by Mike Cunningham, Alex Reach, and Chris Kuhn. You can listen to the podcast right now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at GetAGameOnP. With all that said, it's time to get the game on.
Oh, let's go. How's everyone doing?
Doing good, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm good. I think it's a good day.
Alex, I know you're in a good mood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alex.
Go, Alex. Go fuck yourself.
Double good mood.
You want to tell us why?
I can't mention it yet.
Okay.
You can mention it. Let him mention it. Let him know.
Yeah, that one he can't mention.
One.
I'm sorry.
That
one he can't mention yet.
I mean, I can mention
that
one for you, Alex, if you like.
But
No. Save it for later. Save it for later.
Very close friends played basketball against each other 3 years in a minute.
Relax, Mike.
okay.
Yeah.
How about them Duke Blue Devils?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck up.
Go Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
They laughed at us, Alex. They laughed. They laughed when I bet at Ohio State.
First of all, who made that bet? Chris made that bet.
I think Chris
You
made
two
that
laughed
bet.
at me. You and
And I
Marcellus laughed
think
at me.
who else made that bet?
I think
You
that's
got
Cardinal.
offended. And I was like, Ohio State's going to win. I'm like, it's tough to win on the road in college basketball.
Chris made that bet. Hold on.
Duke
Let me
needed
check
brought down to
let me
earth
check
a
our
little
other
bit.
bets.
They were a little too high after beating Gonzaga, and they needed a reality check, and they got one.
Yeah,
As long
Chris
as-
made the bet. Both Marcellus and Michael picked Duke.
And they were the higher favorite.
And they kind of get the job done.
Don't worry. As long as Purdue doesn't win, we don't give a fuck. So, John Berardi, to your Purdue, fuck you if you're watching this show. Fuck Purdue for life.
Purdue's gonna be
We
number
gotta
one
get
in the
John
country
Berardi
next
back
week.
on the pod.
Oh yeah, we got.
Alex,
he's
mark
good-
that down. Get John Berardi back on the pod.
Okay.
Nah, he's probably
Wow.
going to be kissing Alex's ass so much, just like Cameron.
Speaking of Purdue, they got a huge game tomorrow night.
Who are they playing against?
7-0 Iowa.
Iowa suck.
Go I need Iowa. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Go Iowa, the land of the farmer's daughter.
Iowa's not good.
That's what they are. No,
Purdue's going to be number one next week.
Chris, why do you hate Duke so much, Chris? What
I
did
mean,
Duke?
Duke's not going to be number one anyway. They already lost.
Why? If Purdue wins, if Purdue loses, we'll be tied.
Gonzaga would probably be number one.
Gonzaga lost too.
Gonzaga would still be number one in the country,
Duke is number one in the country as we speak.
but they lost, so they're going down.
No, say that we win.
Wait, actually, as we speak, Purdue is number one.
Imagine Purdue loses. You know, a three-way tie for first would be.
It's not like actual tiebreakers now. Like it's irrelevant.
All right, boys. What we got in the show, Adam?
All right, guys. We're gonna start off with baseball here, because guys, it's been anticipated for a while now. We all knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
The sequel to the shit show that was the 2020 negotiations to get a season started.
Oh
The MLB lockout has arrived.
Dear God, I had
Yeah.
a feeling that was going to happen.
And we all knew this was gonna happen. Even before the season ended, like the moment, when you go back as all the tension between the Players Association and the owners, going all the way back to 2022, they were barely able to get a season started. We go all the way back then, and just the tension between the two. We all knew that there was going to be a lockout. We all knew that there was going to be like some sort of war stocks. How far sides both sides are, of how much with how much there is on the line for especially the players. Like we all knew that this was going to happen, and honestly, we're not gonna spend too much time, like at least on future episodes, talk about this lockout because honestly, for the most part, it's just millionaires and billionaires, fighting over money. So that's basically what it is. So we're not gonna spend too much time, to okay that. But I will say this, the players they got burned on the last CBA. They got burned on the last CBA with because what teams are right now? Teams are like back then, like 10, 20 years ago, teams weren't as smart. Baseball teams, Michael, I'll get to you in a second. I see you raise your hand. I'll get to you in a second, but teams aren't as smart as they were 10 years ago. Oh, prime example, the Seattle Mariners giving Robertson a 31-year-old Robertson, was he 31? I forget what age he was at that time, but giving a 30 or 31-year-old Robertson Cano 10 years. That's how dumb teams were back then. Teams are doing that. Teams have gotten smarter thanks to analytics and all this new data. Teams have gotten smarter, and they're able to, and what they're seeing right now is that they don't have to pay players. They don't necessarily have to pay players all this money in order to either in order to A, put a competitive product on the field, and B, or just maybe some teams I don't even should play competitive product at all. Look at the Baltimore Orioles. Look at some of these teams. These teams are so obviously just trying to tank in order to they're obviously trying to take, and that shouldn't be allowed. It should be beneficial for teams to lose games. It should be beneficial, but baseball has clearly has tank with teams like the Orioles, what the Astros did before they got good, what the Cubs did before they got good, and now the Cubs are slowly but surely starting to head towards a rebuild as well. But the players that they got burned on last season, and they're gonna want changes. They're gonna want changes to where teams like the Orioles should be teams like the Rays and the Orioles, they want teams that spend more money. They want these owners, these billionaire owners, to actually start investing money in their products. That's number one. Number two, I don't know what they're gonna do because they want players to get played earlier in their careers. Perfect example, guys. How much money do you think Aaron Judge is gonna get on free agency? At most, the most I could see him getting is maybe 250 million because of his age. Yeah. He's what? He's gonna be 31 years old when he hits free agency.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be.
I think over 200.
Yeah. So he's gonna be approaching that age where teams are gonna be hesitant because they know that he probably is gonna have only a handful more of years of his prime after his career. And teams know that, so they're gonna be hesitant to give him big time money. That's the reason why the contract Corey Seager got, $325 million, is because he's 27 years old, and he's still gonna have a good. He's still, and those 10 years, at least a good majority of them are gonna be his prime years. That's the reason why Corey Seager got the contract he got. That's why Manny Machado got the contract he got. That's why Bryce Harper got the contract he got. So the players are gonna push to have their players hit free agency sooner, and B, they're gonna push for some sort of salary floor to get these teams to spend more money. But it's not gonna be easy. The owners, they're not gonna. They know how big they won this last CBA battle, and they're not gonna give up all those privileges without a fight.
I mean, yeah, you hit it. You got it. Nailed it all. Basically, you talked about it. I'm not gonna act like I followed it too intense last time, but the owners clearly did very well off. I feel but and you said it's probably gonna. I mean, timelines are so tough to predict, but it's probably gonna be a tough couple of months for negotiation, and we'll just kind of have to wait and see, I guess, how this ends up. Just hope we don't miss any games. That's my goal.
Definitely. Honestly, because at the end of the day, the losers in lockouts are the fans. That's the big time losers, like with all these negotiations, because even now, like we're seeing like there's still a lot of big name free agents out there. We're going to talk about like one of them later on, but Carlos Correa is still out there. Who else is out there? Carlos Rondon is still a free agent, I believe. Freddie Freeman's still a free agent.
There's definitely a handful.
There's a lot of good players out there that still haven't been signed. So now a lot of fans are going to have to wait many more months to figure out who's their teams going to actually sign. The Yankees, who's going to be our starting shortstop? Who's going to be our starting first baseman? Who's going to be our starting center fielder? Like, there's so many questions that fans don't know the answers to.
No, that's very true. Teams are going to have to wait.
But yeah. I will say this. The players definitely have a lot of beef with the owners. And not just like Major League Baseball players too. Minor League Baseball players, they definitely have a lot of beef with the owners. Look at how long it took them to actually provide competent housing for minor league baseball players. Because so yeah, the players have a lot of beef with the owners. And I can understand like where the players are coming from. That's all I'm really gonna say. I mean, Michael, you had your hand raised. What did you sorry for take so long to get to you, but
you know who the Yankees should go after if his suspension comes back up? Robertson Cano. That'll be good for him. No, he could be
Robertson Cano's washed up.
But I was not. But I had a big eye on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That was like my dream pick for the Yankees.
He's not a free agent. He's not a free agent.
I'm saying, like, if he is a free agent next year, that's who we should go after.
I don't think he's not gonna be a free agent for a while.
He's got at least 4 years.
He's got at least 4 years. Yeah, so
4 or 5.
I think, Adam, let me ask you a question. Do you think the Yankees could win a World Series if Aaron Boone is the manager?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes for one reason. I think out of all the sports, a manager/coach matters the least in baseball. That's what I think. Because a great a super talented team, can still win even if they're even with a mediocre manager.
Because
unless the manager is like so incompetent that for example, he would bench Mike Trout for who? They benched Mike Trout for some random guy, like I don't know. That's the only way a manager could really hold back a World Series winning team.
Yeah, you know who I thought was terrible? Joe Girardi, and I'm a Yankee fan. I didn't like Joe Girardi. His whole ethic.
We'll agree to disagree.
Here's why. No disrespect. I just he
but Alex doesn't like it. You just dissed his manager.
I don't like Joe Girardi. I mean, he's doing good for the Phillies, but when he was with the Yankees, he sucked. He was crap. He come back.
It's not like Aaron Boone's any better.
They both suck. Joe Girardi was only good when he went to the Phillies. When he was Yankee, he gave us one World Series because the only reason why we won because we had the best pitchers in baseball that season.
Yeah,
CC Sabathia and AJ Burnett, and we had Derek Jeter. We had Hideki Matsui, who was a monster. We had the greatest closer in baseball history, Mariano Rivera. If anyone that doesn't think Mariano Rivera is the greatest closer of all time, then you're on drugs. And tell me what mental hospital you belong to, so we give you visitational rights. It's okay. Adam, who is on your Mount Rushmore on closing pitchers?
I'm not sure closing pitchers.
You can name another one besides Mariano Rivera that we all know.
You can't.
He's clearly the best, Mike. Brad Lidge, another good one.
Brad Lidge up there, but no one's on the same stratosphere as
Mariano Rivera. Everybody's down. Mariano Rivera.
Here, here's the thing. Let's say
Hold on, I'm not done yet, Adam. Mariano Rivera.
Let's say here's the thing. I got a perfect analogy here. Let's say there's a strip club.
Oh dear God! Mariano Rivera
for Major League Baseball relievers, and there's just one special room with all the hottest women, and Mariano Rivera goes in, and then you tell all the MLB relievers you can't go in unless you're close to him. Nobody else is getting in. Nobody else is getting in.
So you're
Rivera
basically
is in a
Mariano
class of
Rivera's
his
in the
own.
boom room. So Mariano Rivera's in the boom room, and when that's a strip club.
Not literally, Michael Cunningham. It's just an analogy.
I know. I just have to say it. Mario Rivera, I love you. You're one of my favorite Yankees. Adam Grassati started this mess.
Okay.
All right. All joking aside, boys.
But getting back to our Lockout, I want to read this incredible tweet from Aaliyah Kaler at Aaliyah Kaler on Twitter. It's a major Twitter thread here. I'll read it real forward. Quote: Imagine you drop out of college to pursue your dream of playing Major League Baseball. You spend years making pennies in the minor leagues for finally achieving your dream. You play for 2.7 years, the average career life of a Major League Baseball player. You retire having made $1 million or like $1,726,500 in the majors. Now you're in your late 20s, have no degree, and have never had a traditional job. You have no savings because most of the money went toward the agent fees, training, and paying off your debt you accumulated as a minor leaguer. Now the entire world thinks you're a greedy bastard, but your co-worker makes 9 figures. All you want is a little money to carry over this major career chase. Maybe just 1 year off chase, so you could have made above minimum wage for one season. Meanwhile, the value of franchise doubled between your draft after your retirement. The $2 million made them account for 0.2% of the value of your franchise. You never see any of that increase in value, and that's why players want change. That's the big thing, that's the big change I think the players are going to want. They're going to want their players to make a lot more money earlier in their careers.
100%, buddy.
Rightfully so, guys. Do you know how much money Aaron Judge made? I believe his first 2 years per year in his first 2 years. Be like $600,000.
Is that his rookie contract, or does that add up to his rookie? What's his rookie contract?
His rookie contract, I believe, was $600,000.
Wait,
hockey players get more money on their rookie contracts. No, that's sad.
Basketball players make the most out of their rookie contracts.
Exactly. So players are gonna want more out of their rookie deals.
You're telling me
that's what the players should really push for. They should work more. Maybe I don't think they may not get the length they want, but they're gonna want more money on their earlier.
But
years.
Baseball players make more than basketball. Make more than basketball, for a whole contracts, for their whole entire career.
Yeah.
Because I think who's the highest paid baseball player right now? The highest paid.
Mike Trout. I don't think.
I'm gonna look up Mike Trout. How much he makes? $15 million.
He makes what?
He
makes $40 million a year, I think.
$40 million a year. LeBron makes.
I think. I'm not sure.
Look up. Somebody look up LeBron. Somebody look up Mike Trout.
37. Okay.
Well, somebody look up LeBron James.
I mean, there's at least a dozen NBA players that are doing that.
Yeah, those are at least.
No, look up LeBron's average.
LeBron's not the highest, though.
Yeah, baseball players get paid more total dollars, but NBA makes more per year.
Here's the thing about NBA. I'm gonna say this because I'm a sports fan all my life. NBA players don't make money off of their contracts. They make more money in endorsements.
Exactly.
People don't notice that. People think, oh, Michael Jordan. Guess what he makes more off of? His NBA contract with the Bulls still?
Oh, Jordan did even close.
Oh, the endorsements, yeah.
Endorsements. This dude had his own sneaker after his rookie year.
Yep. And
became one of the biggest fashion shoes and sports shoes in sports history, or Jordans. I'm gonna be real.
That's the thing with baseball players. They don't get those.
You'll get shoe contracts in baseball.
They're just not as popular.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Only sports player only baseball player that have their own shoe. We all know who it is. Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey.
Oh yeah, category.
He had his
Bam.
own signature shoe.
How did I forget that? How did I forget
Grizzlies?
that?
Those shits are fly as fuck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, he's the only baseball in history to have his own deal with Nike and had his own signature shoe. No baseball player has done that.
Yeah. And that's
Derek
what
Jeter signed with
and that's what
Jordan.
baseball players like. That's what Major League Baseball needs to do. They need to, get in better endorsements for their players.
Griffey was the only player to do that.
Like CK Jr. is one, but for now, Tatis Jr. That guy's an endorsement deal waiting to happen.
Who?
For now, Tatis.
100%.
He's a star. He's got that
Yeah.
personality and vibe that.
Yeah.
So, not a lot of baseball players are big, multiple guys. Honestly,
Yeah.
Mike Trout's a superstar, but he's not newsworthy a lot.
Like-
of
Oh yeah. They also Lindor has one too.
Oh yeah, Francisco Lindor had one. I believe Derek Jeter had one too, if I'm not
Derek
mistaken.
Jeter signed with Jordan,
Yeah, I believe Derek Jeter had one too.
but he didn't have a signature shoe. It was with Jordan.
I could have sworn he had a signature shoe. I could have sworn.
Derek Jeter has the ones. His signature shoe is the Derek Jeter 11s.
Exactly.
And those, let me show you how they look. I'm looking at Derek Jeter 11s. Yo, I'm gonna show you how they look like.
Show them.
Viewers, I know what you're saying. Sneakers ain't part of basketball, but in this basketball, sneakers are part of fashion. And fashion is kind of sports. They kind of go together. Just saying.
Definitely.
You got to
No
know
doubt.
that. The Derek Jeter 11,
Yo, those are fire.
which I'm getting for Christmas, by the way.
You're getting them for Christmas, you lucky bastard.
That's dope.
We all could agree, boys. People are asking, yo, get your game on, crew. What do you mean sneakers go with sports? I'm like, motherfuckers, you play with sneakers and cleats to play sports. What you do,
No
play
doubt.
boots? We do play combat boots to play sports? All right, then let me ask you guys a question.
Go ahead,
If you
Michael.
all had a signature shoe, what company would you want to be signed to?
For me, it would be Nike.
Okay.
And for Michael, let me guess, Michael, you would be Jordan.
Come on now. Nah, my deal would be Jordans, but I want it with a Mamba twist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Chris,
Yeah,
how about
makes
you,
sense.
big man?
I'd probably be Jordan.
Alex? I know Alex is going to be Nike. That's all he wears.
I might switch it up and say Puma.
Puma?
I actually did Puma. I almost said Puma.
I like
I did
Puma. But I was going to, my back would be New Balance, bro. What they did with Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, that's not really my style.
All right. To our viewers, you tell us the flyest. I'm going to make a challenge to our viewers. You mind?
Go ahead.
To our viewers, email us your favorite sneaker of all time. I'll tell you mine if you tell us yours. My favorite sneaker of all time is the Space Jam 11s. Michael Jordan shoe, black and blue. If you look that up, we'll give you a raffle. And we'll tell you, send us your favorite shoe, we'll give you a shout out. Thank you. But we gotta get to basketball. We gotta talk about basketball.
We will, but I just wanted to finish talking the lockout here, and I get back to my,
they're being petty as how with this lockout.
yeah, definitely more so the owners, I would say, than the players.
You guys have billions of dollars.
I've had beef with the owners for baseball for a long time, because
we all have.
I think particularly in baseball, these owners
are cheap.
That they view players as basically numbers on a chart. They view players as numbers on a chart. Two examples. Number one, do you guys know Bill James?
One, yes, sir.
He's basically the godfather of analytics. He one time said that the players aren't the game any more than the beer vendors are, and I'm like, get out of here, man. Get out of here. That's number one. Number two, this is what really pissed me off. And this is why this is another reason why I can't stand the Bay Rays. what they did to Blake Snell, pulling him out like in the sixth inning of that World Series game at like after was it 73 pitches? No, it wasn't the sixth inning. I think it was even earlier than that.
It was outrageous.
It was outrageous. It was outrageous. And what happened? They traded him after the offseason. They view these players as like as you know,
Me.
Exactly. These like some of these like they view players like expendable. Their numbers aren't chart to them. Oh, Blake Snell combined.
Hold on, hey, Boogie.
And when they get an opportune time, they just trade them. And you could say like, oh, they're small market teams. They don't have the opportunity to sorry. I call bullshit. These are billionaires. The people that own these teams, own like that. People that own like MLB teams have more money that all of us combined won't. If all of our salaries, all the money we will all make in our lifetimes won't even sniff the amount of money these guys have.
Hold up. If you own any sports team, buddy, you will be
exactly.
You have to be a billionaire to own a sports team.
Exactly.
Hell, if I try to buy the Knicks,
if I
try to buy the Knicks, hell, I'll go broke.
No. You would no. You wouldn't go broke. You'd go bankrupt. You wouldn't even go bankrupt. You'd be like, forget about it.
If I bought the Knicks, you know how bankrupt, and I'm already bankrupt already. Imagine how badly I would be. I live in a house.
Dude, if you could afford to buy the Knicks, you'd be set for life. The money you make.
If I could buy the Knicks, you know how much broke I would be in a day?
Dude, no, you make way more than. Dude, that'd be a good investment.
Yeah.
If I buy the Knicks, you know how if I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about broke Michael Cunningham. Imagine if I was still broke and I bought the Knicks on a death win, and I'll probably be. I'll just be. We'll all be broke. That's like me and Adam buying the Knicks and the Nets. We will go broke in a week. Chris, that's like you buying the Chiefs. You will go broke. It's like Alex buying the Sixers. We will boys. We will all go broke. Because we'll probably like the lifestyle and then probably go broke after.
Probably.
We'll just all save up and buy.
Okay. Let me finish up the lockout stuff here. Thank you, Mikey Cunningham, for that. But let me just finish up here. So I think the player. What was I gonna say? Like I've heard a lot of times like when during these contract negotiations, you know, they use the argument that why should we're not paying players based on what they've done. We're paying players what they think they're going to do. And my argument back to them, well, you just basically exploit these players, paying them like little next to nothing, while they basically teared up the cover of the ball. You know, look what Aaron Judge did while making only $600,000. So basically, what you're saying is you're basically exploiting your workers. So I don't think I'm not necessarily rooting for the players like I'm not necessarily rooting for the players from a superstar standpoint, because we all know like the superstar players are gonna get their bags. Aaron Judge, like, it's even though it may not be as much as he would have if he was there, he's still gonna get his bag. You know, Corey Seager got his bag. Carlos Correa is gonna get his bag. Freddie Freeman is gonna get his bag. So those type of players are gonna get their bags. I'm more rooting for the average LB player, I'm more rooting for those guys as people, because for them to I'm basically rooting for all, and especially the minor league players. I'm hoping like they somehow find a way to get paid earlier in their careers. I want them to get better, rookie deals. That's one thing I'm rooting for. Number two, I really hope the MLB implements some sort of salary floor, so that way there's no excuse for like an MLB franchise to have like a $550 million payroll. Like there's I don't care what kind of market you're in. Like you should these billionaires should be able to invest in their product.
Yep. Yeah,
one last thing on the lockout I forgot to mention. There's been a lot of like talk, like will like the season, start on time. And I heard one agent, like Buster only said this on Michael K's show, that he heard from one agent. You know what he said to his players?
What?
Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Easter. See you all on Flag Day.
What the fuck?
Basically implying that the season won't start until the locker won't be over until June. And I believe Jeff Pass of ESPN, he believes that the season will start on time. And would I be surprised at all if the season does start on time? No, I won't, because at the end of the day, I know like the history between these two owners. I would not be surprised if the season does start on time. But if you want my honest prediction, and Jeff has said this, I think the season will start on time because I think both sides have too much to lose. I think both sides have way too much to lose for the season, not start on time. So I think it will be. They will make us sweat. I think both sides will make us sweat. I expect spring training to get pushed back a little bit. But at the end of the day, I do think like the season will start on time. That's just my prediction.
I still feel that way too. I think it will come close, but I think as of now, and based on stuff I've heard, I feel like they find a way to get it done in time. But like it's not going to be a quick. It's not going to be a quick negotiation, though.
Yo, guys, my birthday's in February, and the Super Bowl is what, the 13th? Guys, pop quiz. Do you think the lockout is over by the Super Bowl?
Hell
Before
no.
or after the Super Bowl?
After. They may this what they may do. They may end the lockout in
I'll
March.
take slightly after. I think it'll probably be done
Late
by that
February,
week.
I'll say March.
It'll probably be done by after.
We should do a poll first. We should do a poll.
Yeah, I'll put the poll on after I upload this episode. I'll put the poll on Twitter. All right, before we get to Mike's hot take, I did want to mention this really interesting story. Like, obviously, last episode, like you heard me rant and rave about the Yankees spending or lack thereof they've done so far in free agency. But I was skeptical about the rest of the offseason. I'm still skeptical whether or not this is going to happen. But throughout the last day of free agency before the lockout, there were a lot of rumors of the Yankees being in on Freddie Freeman. And now, at first, like I was thinking, like, oh, Freddie Freeman's going back to the Braves. There's no way the Braves are going to let him go. And then we're starting to hear little rumors that maybe Freddie Freeman might leave the Braves. That maybe apparently like he's seeking 6 years, $180 million, and the Braves like aren't willing to give it to him. And now the Braves are looking to potentially make a trade for Matt Olson. Guys, if you're the New York Yankees, and you have a chance to get Freddie Freeman for 6 years, $180 million, I don't see how you don't do it.
You'd have to.
That's a must and guarantee. Especially he's one of the main reasons how the Braves won the World Series.
Exactly. He's been the best first baseman in baseball for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Former MVP.
Former MVP. Yes, he is kind of getting up there in age, but I would argue that with the position he plays, like any type of player, I don't see him I see him as the type of player that can age very well, that can still, be very productive into his, mid-30s. So if you're the Yankees and I said before I would love a trade for Matt Olson, and I still do, but I don't know. And this may or may not be a hot take. Of the two, I kind of prefer Freddie Freeman because I know the analytics are gonna get on me for saying this, but Freddie Freeman's a higher batting average guy. I know batting average doesn't mean much today's MLB anymore, but he's more of a hike on that guy, while Olson's more of a hype arrow guy. I think Nick see they add more contact in their lineup, so that's the other reason why I prefer Freddie Freeman. That's reason number one. Reason number two is that yes, Matt Olson will be even the first 2 years, but then after that, Matt Olson, you're only getting 2 years of call. Then you're gonna have to pay him. Then you're gonna have to pay him big money. You might have to pay him more money than you're paying Freddie Freeman. So why would you trade away some of your key prospects? Trade a lot of prospects and pay and pay a guy more money. Where you could just get like the other one, like who at the very least is just as good, if not better, for just money. So that's reason number two. And again, I would be thrilled if the Yankees got either Freddie Freeman or Matt Olson, but and there's saying I've heard a lot of Yankee fans, say, "Oh, why would you pay Freddie Freeman where you could use that money short or stop?" And my rebuttal to that is, would I love the Yankees to sign a shortstop? Yeah. Would I love them to sign Carlos Correa? Yeah. Would I love them to sign Trevor Story? Yeah. My argument to that is it doesn't look like they're going to. I just don't see them, investing that type of money in a big time shortstop when their best prospect Anthony Volpe is a shortstop, and apparently like they're very high on him, and he's gonna be and they're banking on the future starting shortstop. So if the Yankees do go that route and they decide to bring in Freddie Freeman, and maybe they can instead use those options they would trade for Matt Olson to acquire a center fielder, to acquire Reynolds, to maybe acquire a Ketel Marte, I would be all in on that. I would take back everything I said about that rant I did on the Yankees last episode. I would completely take that back if that happens.
No, that would be an ideal offseason, I think, for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see the lockout situation goes and see how it goes. I still personally feel Freeman ends back up in Atlanta, but
yeah, I still think Freeman is going back to the Braves.
But
I especially still think that, but as they say,
there's at least a chance. I think.
Here's the thing, Chris. You know what they say: where there's smoke, there's fire.
100%, and it's there, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Definitely something to monitor.
All right, yeah, definitely something to look after. Mike, you're a Yankees fan. I want your take on this.
You don't honestly, you don't want me because I'll be rambling. I'll be pissed.
Okay.
Here's what I gotta say. You must know. Hal Steinbrenner, if you're watching, because we all know you're probably taking a shit right now, or you're doing something productive with your life, or not. You have all this money because your dad was probably one of the richest owners in sports history. Get up from up your ass and sign us good players. Freddie Freeman, who is a monster. For the love of God, man, do something.
Well, the bad news is they're not going to be able to do anything until this MLB lockout's over. So
I know, but
yeah.
Can I talk down?
Go ahead.
Ask for my opinion, and then you should cut
Go ahead, Michael. I apologize.
All serious. How all you owners out there pay the players? This is not college sports. You pay the players. We work as athletes. We work to be the best we could be on that field, on that court, or on that gridiron. We work hard. Doesn't matter if we're in a rink. Doesn't matter if we're on a court. Doesn't matter if we're on the field, or it doesn't matter if we're on the sand lot. Point is, we play to pay for our families and our livelihood. That's what they want to do with sports. So you baseball owners, you guys make more than us four get your game on people on right now, making a day to making a year. So swallow your pride and pay them. Shit. I don't care if you just pay me. You don't have to be that much money. You can pay me and give me a Happy Meal. Shit, I'll be happy as long as you give me something. Hell, give Adam $50,000. Give Alex $10,000. Give Chris $60,000. Give me $100,000. Just pay me. Shit, millions. I don't give a fuck. I just want the money. You know what I'm saying, boys?
Give me that money.
Pay the players.
Pay the players. But all right, guys, we gotta move on to the segment of the show. Let me think. What pun am I gonna use this time? The segment of the show that is like Christmas hip hop songs.
Oh,
Mike's hot take. Michael Cunningham, take it away.
You know what? I'm in a basketball mood. You know what? How did the Grizzlies beat The Thunder.
Michael,
73
you
points.
stole my thunder. We're going to talk about this later on the show, but go ahead.
You know what they say, Adam? Two great minds think alike.
I feel like this should be Chris's hot take. Chris, you're a Memphis Grizzlies historic biggest point differential win in NBA history.
Mike,
like the
Shut up, Michael. You're not the Grizzlies fan here.
No,
Let the Grizzlies fans speak.
I'll let Mike go. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's too much for me to overreact about from this game.
All right, fine. Good.
That's all I care about.
Good, Chris. Go ahead, Michael.
You guys win without the Grizzlies win without John Morant.
I say without John Morant too.
This
Holy
is impressive.
crap!
You guys, they break the NBA record. This hasn't been done. Like this is like the biggest win in NBA history. Yeah, I think who's ever coached the Grizzlies may need a payday for this. Chris, they may need a payday.
Oh, he's an elite coach. Not elite to stretch. He's a really good coach.
Here's the thing, but let's see where the Grizzlies are in the NBA. Like, I've been a basketball fan all my life. Me and my dad were talking about it leaving the car. This game is like a 2K score. This game is a 2K score, boys.
Oh, definitely.
This is a 2K score. Like this is like me and Alex playing 2K, and this is me beating him in 2K. I haven't seen this score a lot of times since I beat Alex in 2K.
Yo, Michael, you're the basketball historian here. I wanted to ask you this: has there ever been a time where there's the score? I believe it was 20. The Thunder scored 78, and how many points did the Grizzlies score?
The Grizzlies scored 152. This was the most highest score in basketball.
So it was almost double. They scored almost double the points. Has an NBA team ever scored twice as many points as their opponent in a game?
Let me check. I believe so, but
obviously the point differential wasn't as big, obviously, but
this was by 73 points.
We're gonna look
this up. I'm gonna see if they scored up to 200 points in the NBA game.
I bet there's been one.
The Detroit Pistons. No, it hasn't been done before in the NBA.
Oh, so it hasn't been done.
The highest scoring game was a triple overtime game in 1983. It was between the Pistons and the Nuggets.
Yeah, I don't know about
that. That game was 186 to 184. That was the most highest NBA game of all time. But for a margin, the highest margin was 173 to 143. It was between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets in 1999. 1990, my fault. And in the playoffs, the highest thing in the playoffs was 153 between the Portland Trailblazers and the Phoenix Suns. But let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
For the Thunder head coach, would you fire him for this loss?
No.
No, you don't fire a coach after one loss.
You don't fire him, but this is a learning lesson. Here's
the thing. If the Thunder did fire him after this game, they were gonna fire him anyway.
Yeah, I mean they have a decent coach.
If you fire a coach after one game and you use that one, it was the biggest loss in history as an excuse, then you were gonna get rid of him anyway.
Yeah. I mean, OKC's done some good things this year, and this game doesn't change that.
Yeah, they have.
The Thunder are the 13th
They've impressed me.
The 13th are the 13th seed in the West, and the Grizzlies are the 5th seed.
Yeah.
Let me explain something. If a team loses that bad, I don't know what to tell you. And the Grizzlies didn't even have their best player on the court.
OKC didn't have their best two players, probably, I would say.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say. This game was brutal.
Oh, it was.
It's not even possible. Me and Chris and Alex probably been watching basketball since birth. Hell, I was probably in my mother's room watching basketball in the womb before she gave birth. All joking aside, here's the thing about basketball. We love this game. Anything in basketball can happen. We all know this. Anything can happen on any given night.
100%.
We all could agree with that. Any given night, any team could be any team in basketball. It happens in playoffs. It can happen in a regular game, in the playoffs, finals, game. Any team can make it. And any team can play their game. One player can get hot, and one team got hotter than another team, and that's what happened. Ain't that right, Alex? Ain't that right, Chris? Mr. Choir Boy.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We all can agree on that. Here's the thing. Some teams, like, for example, Adam, your Nets are the first seed in the East, right?
Yeah.
You think the Pistons could be the Nets on any given night?
It's highly unlikely, but
anything is possible.
It could happen.
100%. I don't know how many times they play here, but if the Pistons play the Nets 4 times, I would say the Pistons get one.
I say they get one game.
Yeah.
Alex, let me ask you a question, buddy, old pal of mine.
Yes.
You think that if the Knicks play the Sixers this year, the Sixers are the 11th seed and the Knicks are 10th seed. You think I think the Knicks and Sixers will split 2 games this year out of a 4-game series. What do you think?
I would have to say yes, I agree.
Chris, let me ask you a question, buddy, old pal.
Uh,
You think the Grizzlies and the Lakers played 3 times this year?
Yeah.
They played 3 times. Do you think it's going to be 2-1 Grizzlies? I think I'd probably say
I think because the Lakers already got one.
it'll be a split decision. That's what I'm thinking.
The Grizzlies will get one.
Yeah,
It'll
I
take
say
a lot for them
2-1.
not to.
But
I think there's 2 in LA because home court has something to do with it. But I mean, it's all.
Here's what I'm saying, boys.
Anything can happen.
We all know this. Sorry to interrupt you, buddy. Chris, you could agree and disagree on this. That doesn't make whoever wins those regular series team doesn't mean they're a better team.
It means
That doesn't make them the better team.
Nada. It means jack.
It means jack shit. It's what you do in the playoffs. You know, Adam, you could agree with me that if the Nets beat the Knicks in the regular season and the Knicks beat the Nets, that means they're a better team than that team that year. No excuses, no buts. Ends or buts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The Hawks had a good ride. People said it was luck. I don't think it was luck. They played their game right and they kept winning.
Mm-hmm.
Chris just froze on me. Chris just froze.
No, I'm still here. We're good.
I'm saying I'm gonna have a part 2. My part 2 is: do I think there's a trade? There's an alert that Kemba Walker fell out of the Knicks rotation. This is what pissed me off about the New York Knicks. You signed him a great contract, give him to New York, and then you're gonna think about trading him. You think about the rotation for Alex Burks? No, that's a bad idea. Kemba Walker has probably one of the most deadliest crossover in the game today. It's deadly. You ever seen Kemba Walker's crossover?
It's not Kimba. He's not the same Kimba, bro.
I think give him a chance to shine in New York.
They did. They gave him a chance, and he's on the team. They got to do what's best for them.
But however, you're gonna trade for John Wall. That's not even a good trade.
That's not gonna happen.
That's what the Knicks are offering. Hell, if the Knicks were going to start somebody, start Derrick Rose. If you don't start Kemba, start Derrick Rose over Alec Burks.
I mean, Rose will close games most times. So,
do I think Kemba's a good player? Don't get me wrong. He just needs. I think he likes playing in New York because everybody knows he's from New York.
Yep.
He's from the Bronx. My older cousin played against Kemba. We were saying he was that dude back then. But there's a guy in the NBA, I played against him. My AU team, I played against him for years. I can't stand him. And it's Kyle Anderson. Chris, you may hate me, but I cannot stand Kyle Anderson. I played against him.
You couldn't guard him. He cooked you.
I guarded him. He was garbage back then.
He cooked you.
No, he's overrated as hell.
You.
So Kyle
You're
Anderson, if you're watching this, you were a scrub back then. You're a scrub now.
You're an idiot. I think it's a unanimous disapprove this hot take.
I'm joking. I just don't like Kyle Anderson.
You.
I don't like Kyle Anderson. Chris, I just threw it out there just because I don't like Kyle Anderson.
No.
Kyle Anderson was a dog, though. I ain't gonna lie.
The disrespect was felt.
All right, that's my hot take. I just had to throw the shade at Chris.
Okay.
All right, I'll start it off.
You can start it off, Chris.
No go. Disapprove.
The only reason he liked it at the beginning is just because I disrespected Kyle Anderson. Chris, you're petty.
That's an automatic L. Automatic disapprove. Kyle Anderson's a stud. He's such an underrated player. He impacts the game in so many different ways. And he's a really good player on both ends of the floor. Really helped
Chris,
change.
You're being a pantyhose right now. You're being a pantyhose.
I'm going to have to disapprove. So I mean,
Okay.
as long as it's still a good hot take, Adam and Alex will vote yes, and my vote won't matter. But if one of them votes no too,
all right.
we know the hot take stuff.
All right. I want to save my one for the final verdict. So, Alex, I want you to go next.
No, Adam, be my friend.
Alex, go next. Alex, go next.
I decline.
Damn, Alex, why are you declining for? Alex?
A great choice.
Wow,
man, I quit. Y'all racist.
I am one. You are one vote away, Michael, from having your second straight unanimous disapproval.
Why is it disapproval?
I didn't feel a lot. It wasn't even a lot of hot take. A lot of rambling.
Yeah, it was just
roasted Kyle
rambling.
Anderson.
It was
and then you roasted Anderson. It's just like that wasn't a good way to end it.
You know what? I'm gonna hop on this. I'm gonna disapprove this one as well. Michael, congratulations! You got your second straight unanimous disapproval.
Hey, you guys, I quit. It's because
guess what? Guys, I feel like
you quit. Someone else needs to take over the hot take.
Cutting up your record is now what? 52-6.
Not cutting it.
I feel like in the past, like we've gave Michael a W, we gave Michael approvals too easily.
We did. He's gotta pick up his game.
We're gonna make him earn his W's now, Michael. From now on, in your pitch round decks, we're gonna make you earn your approvals.
All right,
Mike, I got something to say.
What?
You just dropped the Knicks tonight as against the Bulls.
What you said?
He's repeat it, Alex.
Your hot take loss count dropped just like the Knicks tonight.
The Knicks, we were going to lose. The Bulls are the second team in the East. Bad comeback. That was whack. That was whack.
I thought the Knicks were good.
First of all,
here's the thing: they were missing RJ Barrett, I believe, and they were also missing.
And we were missing Barrett.
Bottom line.
So they were good. So yeah, I thought they were going to lose that game.
Bottom line is your hot take was back and we declined.
Just like your mama though, but it's okay though. Just like your mother, but it's okay. Okay, next. Hey Adam.
All right. But speaking of, let's continue this basketball talk here. Guys, that Nets-Knicks game, I feel like we learned a lot from that game. That was a very entertaining
Kevin Durant
game.
traveled his ass off that game against Randall when he crossed Randall up. That was a travel. We all can agree.
Michael, quit crying about the referees.
It was a travel, Adam.
It was a travel, I agree, but quit crying.
I'm not crying. It was a travel. Adam, you shouldn't be. Adam, you're right. You know what a travel is because you travel all the time when you play basketball. So shut up.
I don't. Have I ever been called for a foul in my life?
You travel. There's a difference. You travel. Okay. Adam, you and Alex are like the worst basketball players here. If me and Chris played you guys 2-2, we'll win 35-0.
Continue. Continue, Michael. But the Nets and Knicks game, we learned a lot about both teams. Number one, guys, I'm a little concerned about the Knicks. I'm a little concerned because here's the thing: the Knicks, they're a good team, but I remember before I picked them to be this. I remember I picked them to be the 6th seed in the East. Yeah, I think I picked
be the 4th.
I picked them to be the 6th seed in the East, and y'all Michael laughed at me thinking they're going to be higher. Guys, the way they're playing right now, they're 11-11. They're currently the 10th seed.
But Adam, what happened last year? Remember what happened last year with the Knicks? They were in the ninth seed last year. And Chris knows this greatly.
True.
What happened last year in the playoffs? What seed did we came to last year? What seed? We went on like a 30-game winning streak last year.
True.
Definitely did not happen, but
it was like at least a 15 to 20-game winning streak. Chris,
happen.
who did we beat to start the winning streak?
That did not happen.
That did not happen.
You guys
your
know a
point,
big
but
winning stretch, but I'm not sure if it was
and
like
we went from the 9th seed to the 4th seed in 2 weeks. And Chris, and it started with your Grizzlies.
I just don't know. Here's the thing. Here's my question, Michael. When is Julius Randle going to take that next step?
He is going to take the next step.
I can answer that. He is never going to.
Thank you, Chris Kieran.
But he's better than John Morant, but it's fine.
He's absolutely not.
I got something to say.
All right. I want to ask you this about Julius Randle.
Wait.
Okay.
At his best, Julius Randle is the what best player on a championship team? As best.
Probably a second option. That's good for him. He's playing good with.
I say ideally he's a third.
Shut up.
Second, like if ever, it would be second
if it's prime Michael Jordan as the best, maybe.
Exactly. He would need like LeBron James or some type of that player to be the second best player on a championship team.
He could win I think Julius Randle, he could lead a team to the championship, but he will not want to win it. I think any team can win a team to the championship. Any team in basketball. Chris, you know
lead a team to the NBA Finals?
But they could still lose.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, I get what you're saying because
basketball, anything can happen.
Yeah, I know this is kind of like a bad example, but
you gotta have.
Like it's a bad example because he's not as good of because Julius Randle's not as good of a player as this guy, but Jimmy Butler like took the Heat to the finals.
Yeah,
and they lost that same year.
It
was just him and Bam Bam. But here's the thing. The Knicks can. Here's the thing. Dolan is not going to trade. Dolan, as a Knicks fan since '94, and a Laker fan as a '94, as a Knicks fan, Dolan, get off your ass and do some moves. Hell, you fucked up Kevin Durant. You fucked up Kyrie. No, we don't get it. You signed Derrick. You signed Derrick Rose back. That was a brilliant move. When I first thought you signed Julius Randle, I was like, dear God, there goes our chances. But Julius Randle has been playing his best basketball. We can all agree since he's been a Knick. We all could agree. He was a stud in college. Before that leg injury, I think Julius Randle would have been a top 20 player in the league before that injury happened. Because on opening night, you guys don't remember this. He got hurt. He broke his leg.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a monster before that injury. He would have been a monster. I'm saying this. If Derrick Rose never got hurt, where will you rank him as if he was playing like the Derrick Rose of old? I
said before, if Derrick Rose was healthy, he would challenge Steph Curry for the best point guard of our generation.
Derrick Rose would have won at least 4 championships on his own if he didn't get hurt.
I don't know about 3, but
at least 4.
He would have won at least a couple. I wouldn't be surprised if we won a couple.
Chris, he was the best point guard in the league, a former MVP before he got hurt.
I don't think he was the best.
Another thing, I still think
he wasn't the best point guard before he got hurt. Hold up, Adam, I ain't done. Who was the best point guard before he got hurt, Chris? Who was the best point guard before Derrick Rose got hurt? I gotta hear this, Adam.
I need to look up.
If you say Chris Paul, I will smack.
I do think Paul is better.
What?
Chris Paul is
and I love Chris
better.
Paul.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Wait.
You're telling me
if Derrick Rose is healthy?
If he was healthy, I'm talking
Chris
about.
I can't give you that. I
can't
give you that.
Chris Paul was better than. Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Derrick Rose.
I think Westbrook was better too.
Chris Paul never won.
I think Prime Rose was better.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, who's better?
I think Prime Westbrook was better. But the thing is, let me get to my point.
What you said?
Rose hadn't reached his prime yet. Rose had not reached his prime. So
you can't just
project. No. I'm Humpty comes to my point.
Chris, I expect blessed mistakes like this from Michael.
No.
I expect blessed mistakes like this from Michael. I don't expect blessed
Rose
mistakes
hasn't
like
reached
this from
his prime yet. You can't just say he's a better player because he had one really good season.
What?
He won like.
We're saying if Westbrook stayed not Westbrook. We're saying if Rose stayed healthy.
It's too hard to project though.
Yeah.
Because
I know
it's
you
hard to project like that.
Mistakes. You said
no.
You say when you
Westbrook's more on the fence, but Chris Paul 100%.
You said the Nets were going to win the championship last year. That was
Paul,
blasphemy.
100%
So shut up. That was blasphemy.
He's saying Westbrook is healthy. Chris Paul, I think, is definitely better point guard. I think
they wouldn't. Giannis would have killed him. But anyways, you saying that? What did you say? You said
I'll take Chris Paul over Derrick Rose for sure.
Oh well, I would take Chris Paul like Derrick Rose like after his injury. Definitely, I think there's no debate there. But
they were the top 2 point guards in the beginning of the 2010 era.
Yeah,
they were the 2 best point guards. And I love Chris Paul. Don't get me wrong. If Derrick Rose would never got hurt that year, Derrick Rose would have won at least 2 or 3 championships. He would have stayed in Chicago, and him and Jimmy Butler would have been the best backcourt of all time.
Okay. I feel like that takes a little work in mind.
They would have been the best. They were in the up-and-coming Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler was as the Bulls as Jimmy Butler now, and Derrick Rose of old. That backcourt would have been unstoppable. What do you think, Adam?
No.
You're telling me Jimmy Butler right now.
The best backcourt of all time, and you guys reacted to my take like that? No, that's just outrageous. They were not the best backcourt. No.
Wait. Which best backcourt of all time? What did he say? What did he say?
I said that this era.
He's not what he said. He's not what he said.
Which
we
backcourt?
can listen to the audio after this. You said best of all time.
No, Chris, tell me, which backcourt did he say?
He said if Rose and Jimmy Butler played together for a long time.
Stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Even then, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, Kyrie and James Harden.
Okay. Reel it back in, Adam. Kyrie and James Harden have played like 5 games together.
True, but you get what I mean.
I just had to troll you a little bit.
First of all, Adam, what's the best backcourt of all time in general?
Best backcourts of all time?
You don't say Magic Johnson and Byron Scott. I'm going to smack the shit.
I mean, those were like good ones with that, please.
You had Larry Bird. No, you had Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
They were a problem backcourt.
Yeah.
You had Magic Johnson and Brian Scott. Any backcourt with Michael Jordan in it was great. You had him and B.J. Armstrong, him and Ron Harper.
Here's the thing, though. Those backcourts are great because of like Magic Johnson. Like,
yeah.
And the Mitchell's backcourt was great because of Michael Jordan.
No, yeah.
Like, you could put me like as like the other guard, like with those 2 guys.
Don't push it, man. Don't push it, Adam.
No, Mike. No, you get the point he's making, and he's right.
No, that's terrible. So you're saying Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are the greatest backcourt of all time?
They're in the convo, I think.
They're in the conversation.
I don't know enough.
An underrated one was Chauncey Billups and Richard Hamilton.
That's not Stephen Clay's level, but I do love this guy.
They were I didn't say. I'm just saying they were underrated as a backcourt.
No, for sure. I'm glad they got that title.
Who else will I say was a great backcourt?
I don't know enough about the older guys.
And CJ McCollum. They're a good backcourt.
Okay, if we're going to name every backcourt in the NBA, sure. John Moran and Dylan Brooks are pretty cool, too.
You know who? But the greatest backcourt I ever seen play in basketball history? Well, that's a hard one. I got to think.
Here's a good one. I mean, I don't think that
Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars were a pair together.
All right.
That bad boy team. Chris, you got to agree.
No,
that bad boy backcourt.
I got one. Guys, I got one. I don't think they're the greatest all time, but I think they're in the conversation. Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You can't really put them because Manu Ginobili didn't start.
That doesn't matter to me.
But are we talking about starting backcourt or we meant backcourt?
Backcourt. That's probably the only example of someone who didn't start. So we'll count it in the combo.
Yeah, here's the thing: you could say them, but you could say, "Oh, Ginobili didn't start some games though," so
that doesn't.
It's
They
debatable.
were still the backcourt.
I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's really relevant.
Some people would say it will have you arguing with that, but
Some people are stupid.
I'm saying the best 1-2 punch and the top two basketball punches, top 5 in my opinion. LeBron and D Wade as number 5. Number 4, people are going to hate me for this. Penny Hardaway and Shaq, that Magic duel.
They weren't together long enough. They didn't accomplish enough. But they would.
Number. All right, that's just my opinion. Number 3.
No, you're good. I love that view though.
Number 3, Shaq and Kobe.
That's
Number
not
2?
a backcourt.
No, I'm talking about combinations.
Oh, okay. Combinations. Okay, good.
Number
Gotcha.
2, Magic and Kareem.
Yeah, Magic or Kareem, definitely. I
And
think Magic
number
or
1?
Kareem might be the greatest.
Number 1 is number 1 MJ in that
Scotty
that
has
he
to
played
be.
with.
MJ and Scotty, yeah.
You can't literally.
I think
They had-
Steph and Katie has to be up there.
Not in the top 5.
They're in the top 5. They're definitely in the top 5.
Adam, that's a bandwagon move.
I want to call them top 5. They're just in.
They're not top 5.
I like guys who play together longer.
Adam, there's
Okay.
better.
I know, but
dominant
what they
duels.
did like together, was historic. You can't deny that.
No, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. They were a great. Then you could put David Robinson and Tim Duncan as a dominant duel.
Yeah, they were.
Let's see who else. There was one other duo that I was thinking of. Oh, I got one. LeBron and Wade.
I said that already.
Oh, you said that right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
I
was
forgot you.
5.
Let me give you my top 5. Obviously, Pippen and Jordan. That's up there.
Duh.
Kareem and Magic, obviously. We already said LeBron and Wade, Shaq and Kobe, and then I would put Steph and Katie at the 5 spot.
What? I'm done. I quit.
No,
I
I
quit.
don't think that's outrageous.
If you would
who
have
would-
said Dr. J and Charles Barkley, I was going to hang up the damn
Okay.
phone.
I would never say
Who
that.
is- there has to be a Celtics duo.
I gotta
Who
say
is
Isaiah
Bart?
Thomas. I gotta say
I'm
Isaiah
surprised-
Thomas and Joe Dumars. They were a dominant duo.
They were
Those
good ones.
bastards.
Yeah.
I say the worst dominant duo of all time was Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen when they played for the Rockets.
I don't want to call them a dominant duo. They're like
That was
pussies.
terrible. That was a terrible dominant duo.
Yeah, they put like a big.
The best NBA trio of all time. People are looking at me crazy. Pippen, Jordan, Rodman. Greatest triple duo of all
I
time.
love that too. They're definitely in the combo. Okay,
They're
who's
definitely. And then you got Wade, Bosh, and LeBron.
that? Yeah, they're nasty.
3,
They got a lot.
you gotta put Kobe. No, you can't put Kobe in check because they never had a third party. But I gotta say for 3, I'll give the Adam, KD, Curry, and Clay. That's a
Okay.
That's a great triple duo.
Okay, triple. Gotcha.
Then I got put the Boston. Even though my dad will murder me if I say this, Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, and Kevin McHale.
Yeah, they have to be.
They were my dad. Now I feel like I'm gonna get disowned for that. Number 4, I gotta say, Magic, Worthy, and Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Then I gotta say Wilt, Baylor, and Jerry West. The logo.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Alex is probably gonna say and Simmons, Embiid, and Tobias Harris.
He's not that stupid. Alex isn't that
No.
stupid.
Tyrese Maxey, Tobias, and Joel.
I would my top 10. You can't put Kyrie, Love, and LeBron. That's like not good.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Why not?
I won't put them. They didn't play
They're
long
top 10
enough.
at least.
They didn't play enough. They didn't
No,
play it.
I want it.
I want. They won't be top. They'll be top 15.
Love
not top
wasn't
10.
special in Cleveland, really.
They weren't. They
He had
weren't. Even
moments,
though they
but-
won a champion, they did the most. They won them. Even though they won a championship that year,
Yeah,
but
that
that's
was
it.
more a dynamic duo, in my opinion.
That was more like. Like here's the thing. Kevin Love was an all-star, but he wasn't like the third superstar that they had.
It was duo. Yeah.
It was a duo. But the greatest underrated duo is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson. I was like, who the hell is the Big O? I was like, who the hell is the Big O? He was the original Russell Westbrook, Adam. So all you kids out there watching it, look at the Big O. Type in the Big O, Oscar Robertson, look him up. He's the original Russell Westbrook up in this bitch. He's the original one. So, Chris, what's up, Adam?
Oh, I just wanted to talk a little bit of Nets here.
Oh,
I mean, after you're finished, all right?
Oh, Adam, can we change the subject about Nets? We always talk about Brooklyn. We need a break.
We had to talk Brooklyn in a couple episodes, like because we were talking Knicks earlier. I wanted to talk about Nets really quickly for a couple of minutes.
Go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
And there's a problem with the Nets. Like, yes, they're the first seed in the East. Yes, they're playing great basketball, but there's a problem with the Nets. You guys want to guess what it is?
No Kyrie.
That's a problem. That's number one. Number two,
Steve Nash is a terrible head coach.
Not the one I'm thinking of.
They don't have reliable inside defense.
No, they can't beat great teams.
And they have no bench.
Yeah,
they got some guys off the bench that can play. I mean, Bruce Brown. I mean, Marcus Aldridge, Nicholas Claxton. They got some guys off the bench that can play. But the problem with the Nets is that they can't beat good teams. They not beat good teams. They get blown out by good teams. You see how they got blown up by the Warriors? They got blown up by the Suns, and they were just barely able to beat a 500 Knicks team. They're barely able to beat like a 500 Knicks team. So what we saw the Nets, like, they'll beat up on teams like the Celtics, the Cavaliers, like the Thunder teams like that. And that's where they got most of their wins. But against these really great teams, they got blown out by the Chicago Bulls. They got blown out by the Warriors. They got blown. I mean, they came back late, but they ultimately got blown out by the Suns. So this team, they got to stop beating these good teams. They got to stop beating these good teams. Now it's early, and it's just December, so I'm not going to judge them too much. So it's the regular season, so I do think they will eventually start to beat those good teams, but they got to eventually start doing it, especially come playoff time. If they're going to win a championship, they need to start beating these good teams.
100%. It's December, so we'll see how the season goes. But yeah, that needs to change.
Michael?
100%.
All right. Before we get to our best, there are two stories I really want to talk about here. Alex, I'm going to give Alex one, then I'm going to give Chris the other. Chris, I'll start with this one because you're the college football expert here. What's going on with this coaching carousel, man?
So yeah, it's been crazy. So we had Ryan Kelly to LSU, Lincoln Riley to USC. Those are the two main ones. And then I believe Notre Dame actually got their replacement, but I don't remember who it is. And Oklahoma's in talks or whatever. But yeah, Lincoln Riley to USC and Brian Kelly to Notre Dame are the main. And a lot of people have varying opinions about how these coaches handle the situation. But I'll just say, Lincoln Riley, it's tough because you would think him being in Oklahoma, it's a lifetime job. Like, you don't get fired from Oklahoma. Like, he doesn't have, just keep producing, winning games, competing for playoffs. Like, he's set. Like, that's locked in. They're going to the SEC. So, they're only going to become a bit of bigger product. But he felt that USC was the better job. And there's a couple of reasons for that. I would say the chances of winning a national title are better at USC than at Oklahoma. That's probably a big factor. Because, Oklahoma's definitely a better program, and it'll take some time to get USC. But when Oklahoma gets to the SEC, winning a national title will be more difficult than it is now. Because, the competition and whatnot. The revenue, whatever, it's a good business move for Oklahoma to go to SEC. But USC is, it was just funny because Saturday night he was asked about the LSU job, and he said something. And he said no. He said I'm here. This is my job or whatever. And now he's saying he's going to make USC the mecca of college football. Oklahoma players was saying, "Oh, that's what he told us last week too." So who cares? And just, I mean, it's just funny. A lot of players that decommitting from Oklahoma, so, like the recruiting's a major aspect. But I mean, Lincoln Riley's doing what's best for him. Their season's at least theoretically over. But I mean, Brian Kelly's the one with some controversy came in. But controversy might not be the right word, but some people felt strongly about. Notre Dame's still in the playoff picture. Like, if a couple games this week can go their way, they will make the playoffs. It's not super likely. I'd say it's about a 10%, a little less chance, but like, they're not eliminated from the college football playoff. So, if Georgia rolls Bama, Cincinnati gets upset, Oklahoma State gets upset, Notre Dame's making the playoff. Like, that's not likely, but it's just a situation that the way that he handled it. The news got released before he wanted to. He wasn't able to talk to his players. Like, and that frustrates me because, I mean, I feel like players should know about this stuff. Like, they deserve to do it. Like, coaches were out recruiting players at Notre Dame while Brian Kelly signing his contract with LSU. I think that's some crap. That's stupid. Like, you got to be upfront with these players and whatnot. And he I don't know, you may have seen the clip. He sent a text at like 10:30 at night saying, "I'm sorry about how this went out. Sorry you found out this way. I'm flying back to South Bend to talk to you guys tomorrow." And he had like a 5-minute meeting with the players, just a joke, at 7 a.m. And just like, I don't know, but I mean, these coaches are going to do what's best for them. And Lincoln Riley at USC will be exciting. Brian Kelly, I mean, LSU's, I wouldn't even say LSU. I don't think LSU's a better job than Notre Dame, but he feels LSU give him the best chance to win a national title for a couple of reasons. The SEC revenue, he'll make more money, that's a factor, but he'll be able to recruit better at LSU because, like, the pipelines to different states in the South. And that'll give him a chance to build a national championship team. The last 3 coaches at LSU have won titles, and he feels he can continue that streak into the 4th. So I get that perspective, but overall, Notre Dame's a better job. But for whatever reason, he feels LSU is the best for him to move forward with. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, Coach O had a lot of stuff going on. But I mean, he won the title 2 years ago. Now he's gone. So like, that says a lot about that. I mean, he had a lot of stuff off field, whatever. But like, I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how this all works out for these coaches. But I personally feel Notre Dame's a much better job than LSU, and it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And like, Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma is kind of shocking for USC because, I mean, it'll be interesting to see who ends up at Oklahoma. But like, that's a big time job, and that's a life. Like, he was set. He could have coached there for 30 more years if he wanted, and now he's at USC, and that'll work out from there. It'll just be interesting to see. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that stuff, but super excited to see how these situations turn out, especially who replaces some of these coaches.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this. Like, I can here's the thing. Yes, I do understand. Like, Riley, I believe. Did I get his name right?
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
Brian Kelly. Kelly. I understand Brian Kelly going to like go to Notre Dame. I understand like they're going to because Notre Dame is a better job, So I can understand like a coach wanting to get the best job for himself possible. I can understand that, but I will tell you this: I don't think coaches like have any more rights to complain about players, transferring to get better opportunities for them too. Like. I hate that. I mean, Chris, you're still muted, but I hate that stigma where
I didn't
because players can transferring, like there's a stigma surrounding that. Oh, but these coaches can just like up and leave, anytime. That's the big thing. These are the coaches. They're the ones who recruit these players. They're the ones who like a player goes to this school to play for this coach. And this coach is like, up and see ya. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Again, like if he wants to do that and be better, get better and get like a better career for himself, like so be it. Like, but you can't fault the play. Like at the same time, coaches like they can't fault the players for ever doing the same thing.
No, 100%. I'm glad you brought up that aspect because it's definitely part of it. Like I could rant about this topic for hours, but like short thing, you kind of hit it. But it's like,
Can't rant about it for 2 minutes.
I'll make it quick. I was kind of touch on once you talked about like players doing what's best for them, but there's some like transferring. There's always pros and cons to it because it is good. It's way more positive than negative. Allowing players because the new transfer rule, you can get a free transfer without sitting out of you, which is good. But I saw it, Coach Huffsby and some others talked about it. Like it's not players shouldn't feel like they need to transfer like as soon as it gets tough. Like a lot of guys won't play the freshman year they transfer, and I don't think that's always good because like sticking with it, toughing out, like going through like being a backup for a couple years. That's not a bad thing. And like, but like yeah, definitely like coaches can leave up and leave. Like Lincoln Riley coach in Oklahoma Saturday. Sunday he's flying to USC to be their head coach. So like you players have to do what's best for them. Like these are 20-year-old kids playing football and going to school. Like they should have that same right. Like coaches can up and leave, do what's best for them. Players should be able to do the same thing. And yeah, I mean basically you get a free transfer, then there's so many exceptions nowadays. So they basically can do whatever, but like it's good for the players that they definitely, you basically hit it with what you said, but it's just, I'm glad that they have more freedom now than they did a few years ago, which is super, super important, I think.
Definitely. Great job on that, Chris, our college sports expert. But before we get to our bets really quickly here, Alex, you wanted to talk a little bit about the Tiger Woods story, his first press conference since his tragic accident.
Yeah. 2 days ago, Tiger Woods finally spoke to the media, and it was a big news day for that type of news. So I found some tweets that someone tweeted out. I can read a couple and
go ahead.
I hope. Okay. So one of them says,
make sure you credit the guy who tweeted them, though. Make sure you credit the guy who tweeted them.
Okay. It's at TW Legion. So he said, I'm very thankful to the surgeons and nurses in my family and friends. There were some tough times and the pain was pretty great. Here and there, a little hit and giggle says he doesn't know what he will play the PGA Tour. Possible hint is at the PNC Championship tournament. He said, I've made the climb up there a few times. I knew once I came back from the fusion that I still have my hands. Once I realized I could make a swing, I had power, then I would play at home and shoot scores. Mid-60s without really trying. Let's see if we can push it farther. Another one is Dr. Munzar says he admired Tiger's ability to come back. He said, my only hope that he gets well and continues doing the good work with his foundation. My association with him is what he's done in the past and through the foundation. That's what I admire. A couple more is to be able to get out there and hit putts with the old faithful, then chipping, then hitting shots. I don't have the endurance, but to be able to do it is exciting. People are going to poke and go into my business. They can poke at me as much as they want. Just stay away from my family. Tiger asked if he wants to keep accident info private. My goal is to try and get my leg good. And that's pretty much it that I found. But if you scroll through this guy's Twitter profile. He can give you a very good deep sight of how Tiger Woods is doing. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, Tiger Woods swung the golf club and it broke the internet with it, with a ton of fans just enjoying it. And I think that it definitely gives fans hope that he can get out there, like he didn't have this accident, and he's just a very strong man that he can do whatever he wants, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, hold on, let me lower my hand there. I had no idea why I had it raised, but yeah, it's definitely like a very tragic situation for what Tiger went through. He said before that with how bad the accident was, he said before he's lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
So it was a really bad accident. So yeah, if honestly, if he decide, you know what, this is it, I'm gonna step away from golf, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
He said that he's not going to be able to play every single tournament, but he's going to try his best to do as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he started stepping away, of course. But if he can get back on the course, then yeah, it would be great to see him like get back on the course. So yeah, definitely prayers go out to Tiger Woods and his family, for all the shit they've been going through over the past couple of months. So hopefully, like he can like make a speedy recovery and get back on the and like and for his own sake, hope he like hopefully he could get back on the golf course like and be as close to like and hopefully he could recapture some of that good old Tiger magic that we knew and love. But all right, guys, it's late. It's time to move on to our bets of the episode. To recap last episode, only one of us picked up a dub. Michael, you want to guess who it is?
Alex.
It was Alex. He had Minnesota over Pittsburgh on the money line, and Craigton over NDSU, I believe, also on the money line. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure also on the money line. So he won both his bets. He had 21 points on the dot. Everyone else lost. I did something really creative. I had the Nets over the Knicks on the spread and the Warriors over the Suns. But I don't know if you guys noticed, I was mentioning in the group chat. Last minute, I had Devils over the Sharks on the money line when I heard the news that Jack Hughes was something he was going to be playing that game. So I add that to my bet. Regardless, the Sharks beat the Devils and the Nets didn't cover the spread. So either way, my bet was a complete and total disaster. So it wouldn't have counted anyway. Michael, go ahead. Mike.
We're not talking about my bet. I'm angry.
All right, really quickly, Michael had Michigan over UNC and the Duke over Ohio State, and Ohio State upset Duke. So, yeah.
Damn.
Hard to tell you, Mike.
And guess what? That really benefited Chris, because his thing, Chris, you had Knicks over the Nets on the money line. You won that bet. You had Ohio State over Duke, the upset. You nailed that bet. You need one more win to complete your parlay. You had the Warriors over the Suns, and the Suns beat the Warriors. So close, yet so far.
Ohio State beat Duke. That's all I care about.
All right. Marcellus also had Duke over Ohio State and Knicks over Knicks money line. So Duke over Ohio State, that wrecked his parlay. And Sam had the Pelicans over the Mavericks and the Rucks over the Thunder. I think Mavericks beat the Pelicans, so I'm not sure what happened to the Rockets in the game. But either way, his parlay is wrecked. But
good, Sam
lost his parlay. An update on the standings. It's very, very interesting here. Guys, you are not going to believe this standings update. You are going to be shocked. Michael Cunningham, you remain our ringleader. You remain in first place. 29-28 record. 369.58 points. But in second place is Mr. Alexander Benjamin Reach.
Are we is this hold up
record,
time out?
275.63 points.
Is this hell? Is this hell?
Guys, remember what was that? A month ago, a couple months
This
ago,
fool was
this
in
guy
last
was in
place.
the basement dweller. This guy was the basement dweller. He couldn't even crack 100 points.
And now he's in second place. Chris, is this hell?
Fine.
Is this hell?
Oh, I just hope he catches you.
That's right. He's coming for you next, Michael.
If he
He's
comes
coming
after
for
me,
you next.
I will.
Yo, guys, imagine if we
I-
wrap up this betting thing at the end of the season and Alex actually wins the whole thing.
If Alex wins this whole thing, I will buy Alex. I'll buy him a 6-pack of beer if he wins, and I'll say nice things about Alex on the whole entire podcast.
Alex, do we have a statement from you that you're in second place? Do you have a statement?
LFG.
I thought he was going to say I'm coming after Mike. I thought he was going to say,
Keep it simple and sweet. I like it, Alex. I like it.
"Yo, hey Adam, you know how the NBA takes a drug test for players doing well?
Yeah.
We may need to give Alex a drug test."
That's
Check
right.
to see
Is
if-
Alex getting help?
Yeah, Alex, you cheating. Alex, you get
Is
inside
someone
help.
sending you bets behind our scenes?
Alex, are you cheating? Because there's no way in hell you jumped from last place to second place in a month. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, buddy.
Alex, yeah, do you have a statement?
Do you have an inside man on the job that's giving you inside information?
Hold
that
on,
we
let
don't know
him
if-
speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
To be honest, yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Alex has pled guilty to cheating.
Alex, who's your inside help?
Who's your insider?
He actually works with a sports betting company.
You
What?
Adam, he's cheating. Adam, we should disqualify
Oh my
his
God.
points. Adam,
Oh man.
Alex, you're shaving points. You're Pete Rose. How dare you, Pete? Shave.
He's Jose Altuve.
Alex.
Justin,
Shame.
I really thought Alex was turned it around himself.
I know, right? I thought Alex, I had pure the luck. I thought Alex was winning because he was taking bets. But Alex, you're cheating your friends, man. Especially me. I was about to hype you up. I was about to say, Alex, you do it well. Although you've been wearing your lucky pair of underwear or something, wearing your lucky socks or some shit.
I'll make you a deal.
What's the deal?
I'll do my bets myself the next 15 episodes.
No cheating. Adam, I knew there was something wrong. Adam. I knew there was-
Wait. This is wild here. Alexander Reach has
Mr.
pled.
cheating on national television. Alex, I love you, brother. But I was like, there's something that's not adding up here. Because
Okay, we're at the cover the punishment for Alex.
Yeah. Guys, Chris, you know that was a little weird that he came from all the way 6th place to 2nd place in a month.
Now it makes sense.
Now it all makes sense.
Who's
No,
your
it all
friend?
makes
Who's your
sense.
Because
Wow.
Alex
friend?
was losing every bet.
All right, Alex.
Alex,
This is
text
your
me your
last
source.
because you're not bullshitting us here. You're not bullshitting us, right, Alex?
I am not.
Okay, so now we're gonna have to announce a punishment.
His points.
We're gonna have to. Here's your punishment, Alex. From now until the end of the season of our betting season, from now until the end of the season, you'll still get points. You can still make bets, but the points you earn will be cut in half.
How
That's
long
fair,
is the
Alex.
betting season?
Alex, you shouldn't catch your mouth
Do
shut.
you accept your punishment?
No, I got a better bet.
How
I
long
got
is
better
this
punishment.
season?
He can't make no more parlays.
A little spoiler: our last bet will be the Super Bowl. Our last bet will be the Super Bowl.
Adam, new rule. He can't make any parlays anymore.
That's an interesting one. He can't make any parlays. All right, you can choose, Alex.
Let's do
Either you can't do
college.
parlays, or your bet, or the points you earn get cut in half.
For 2 months though. That's ugh.
Wait, we gotta make sure no one else is cheating. We gotta make sure no one else is cheating too. Chris, I'm putting you on a spot here.
I dropped from plus to fourth, so I think I'm good.
Adam, you know me. I've been in the top 3 because I know sports.
Oh, Mike got a couple sneaky parlays on us though. I feel like we should
he
investigate
has
this.
some sneaky parlays.
Sneaky parlays.
I lost
to get
5
up there.
straight bets. I'm not. No one can accuse me of cheating. I lost 5 straight bets.
I want a 3-bet losing streak, and I'm still.
So if we are cheating, we're not doing a very good job.
Yo, fans, Alex, why did you cheat us, man? That's all we want to know. Why the hell did you cheat us?
So,
We want the truth, mister. Alex.
I will refresh my mind, and from now on I'll do it myself.
We're watching. We're gonna put a spy on you now, so you don't. We're gonna put a spy on you. All right, Adam. What's your bet?
All right, we got. So, which way are you choosing, Alex? Points get cut in half or normal parlays? Your pick.
Points cut in half.
All right. So from now on, Alex will be earning only half of his points.
Alex, you should have took no parlays, brother.
probably texting a source right now. Be like, my points are cut in half, so I need some extra good ones.
Yeah, he's like, he's taking his connect right now. He's like, yo, I made a deal with my boys. I can't pick no more bets, like crazy bets. My points be cut in half. What bet should I take secretly? Without them noticing. All right, Adam, what's your bet?
All right. I remain in third place, 24-33 record, 266.76 points. Chris, you drop out of the top three. You go to fourth place, 27-30 record, 263.81 points. Marcellus is in fifth place, 21-36 record, 244.85 points. And Sam is in last place, 26-31 record, 205.20 points. Guys, wait until Sam and Marcellus find out about this.
Marcellus is going to be like
until Sam and Marcellus find out about this.
Marcellus is going to kill him. Marcellus is going to beat him up.
We wait to see what Sam does for him.
Sam is going to kill you. Marcellus is going to beat you.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Right.
Okay, so if I get 5 straight bets in the next 5 episodes,
yeah.
If I get 5 out of 5,
yeah,
and I don't have to do the punishment.
No.
Your punishment lasts until the end of the season. How about that?
No.
If you can prove
how about this?
Cheating.
If you get 5 in a row, those 5 will still be half, but then all bets afterward will be full. All right. How about that?
Okay.
And
yeah,
this lasts until the end of the, and this lasts until like throughout the season. So if we ever go on a 5-bet winning streak, like it'll count. And this one, by the way, episode 57, this one counts. So you have to win 4 more to erase your debt.
I said we should put him in last place for cheating. We should put him in last place for cheating. That's
I say we put Mike in last place just for fun.
Well,
put me and Adam back on top. Me and Adam back on top. That's the way it should be.
Okay.
Why, Chris? You racist? You want the black man down? Down. Shame.
Yeah, as name after Michael. After Michael. It would have to be me, Chris, and Michael. It would have to be in the top 3. But let me go with my bet first, guys.
Alex,
I'm on a 5-bet losing streak.
I'm with you. You need to be in timeout.
5-bet losing streak. Okay, you know what? I decided your parlays aren't my thing. But I have had some luck with same game parlays in the past. So you know what? I'm going to do this one. I'm going to take the Bills over the Patriots on the spread minus 2.5. And I'm going to go with the under. Because the Bills and Patriots, if we look at them, they're the two best defenses in the league points wise. They allow the two fewest points per game in the league. So I like this game to be low scoring. I like this game to be low scoring. I could easily see the Bills, covering like the spread by just a field goal. So it is risky to bet against Bill Belichick, but at the end of the day, of the two teams, Patriots and Bills, I still consider the Bills to be the better team. So I'm going to take the Bills over the Patriots on the spread, and I'm going to do the under for 42.5 in a same game parlay. That's my bet. All right, we do have Marcellus's bet.
He is going with Brooklyn money line.
Okay.
I don't know if that was a drunk bet.
That's over the Bulls, right? Gotcha. All right. It's us with the Nets over Bulls money line. All right. Who wants to go next?
Let the cheater go.
All right, cheater, you're up.
Okay. So I am gonna do. Let's see. I am gonna do. Okay, this is a college basketball parlay.
A college basketball parlay.
Yeah. I am gonna do NC State money line against Louisville.
NC State money line over Louisville. Gotcha.
Yep. And then let's see. And then USC against Washington State. And I pick USC.
Good job, cheater.
All right. Who you pick? Okay, a college basketball, right? Or football?
Both
Basketball.
Both college basketball.
Okay. I'm sorry. I missed your other bet. I got the NC State one over Louisville. What was the other one?
USC money line against Washington State.
UNC?
USC.
Okay. USC money line. Gotcha. All right. Who wants to go next?
The KU bitch will go next.
All right, Chris, you're up.
I'm not gonna let my
You're out of the top 3, so make this one count.
I'm debating playing it safe, but I think
Pussy.
I'm cooking up a juicy NFL parlay. It's going to be a 5-teamer, all on the money line.
Oh, you can't do more than 3 teams.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made that rule. Yeah, you can't do more than 3 teams.
I must not been here when we made that rule. Okay, then let me take a second to figure out which ones I want.
Yeah,
we
take
should
your time.
do a 5-game parlay. We should do 5 games again.
No, it'll be better for me. I just need one to have better odds. So I'm going to go Washington football team over the Raiders.
Okay, Washington over the Raiders. Got it.
I'll go Bengals over the Chargers.
Gotcha.
And,
And your last one?
With the New York Jets over the Eagles.
Oh,
Chris, I love you. Chris, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you. I love you, baby. I love you.
That's a juicy one. All right.
I like the odds on it.
All right. Guess what, guys? We still don't have Sam's bet. So
I'll make a bet for Sam.
Deal's a
Let me
deal.
make
Chris, you get to make a bet for
I'm
Sam.
picking.
Chris, making a bad bet for Sam.
Let's
Fuck him over.
go.
Pick the Pelicans. Pick the Pelicans.
I'll just do a terrible parlay. Let's just take a 3-loss team for that. I think the Pelicans got a good chance against Dallas tomorrow.
Okay, so that's gonna be your bet.
No, I don't even. Let's go. No doubt. Pelicans on covering. Oh, Golden State plays Phoenix again.
Will they play Phoenix again?
They play tomorrow night.
Wow.
Let's go Golden State over Phoenix on the money line.
Oh.
And let's also go Hawks over Sixers. Let's do a two-team parlay.
Okay.
You should give him a bad bet, Chris.
We could also add.
Got Warriors over Suns money line, Hawks over Sixers money line.
If I was mean, I'd add Jags over the win.
And are you adding any more?
No, I won't be mean.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
I could do Jags over the win if I wanted. So, Sam, you're welcome. I'm not going to.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ringleader, Mike Cunningham. Last step. Go ahead.
Hold up. We got Georgia versus my bet. Hold up. This is part of my thing. When is Georgia going to win it? This is part of my intro. This is part of my betting intro. You all right? I'm waiting on my moment for Georgia to beat Alabama this Saturday at
Hey,
the
doing spread or money line?
Mercedes-Benz Stadium money line, and I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay.
Hey, that's your first one. Go ahead.
You know what? My Blue Devils had a tough loss on Tuesday. They had a tough loss. Adam, what's that famous saying? What's that famous thing? Crazy.
Jeff Fisher is saying he's doing the same thing over and over again. As expected, the result. Yeah.
Exactly. Just call me insane. But we don't play this week. We don't play this weekend. So, you know what? Oh, shit. We'll lose. Fuck. Fucking Christ. We'll lose to the... Okay, we'll lose to the Nuggets. You know what? I'm gonna do something I'll never do. Everybody knows I hate the Celtics.
Hate them with passion.
No, I hate the Sixers with a passion as well.
Go ahead.
Damn, I'm not doing that bet. I'm gonna do a football. I'm gonna do an NFL bet too. Even though I love my Jets, why do I feel like a sucker for doing this bet? Because I am going to this game on Sunday, by the way.
Let's go.
Oh, you're going to Jets and Eagles?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's hot.
So, let's go. NYJETS. Jets, baby.
Money line?
Money line. We're going for the upset, baby. I'm going to be the new fireman that up in that bitch.
Okay.
Where am I?
Let's go,
Come
I
on,
like
boy.
it. I like it.
Come on now. Come on. Let me get. Hold
Yo,
on.
2 of us picked against the Eagles. Is that despite Alex?
It is not.
Everybody knows I'm a
I just
Jet.
think
Come
If
the
it
Jets
is,
win.
I don't blame you guys whatsoever.
I'm not done yet. I'm doing a 3-game parlay. So,
All right, you're not done? Go ahead.
Man, come on, Adam. You know I'm a Jet fan. You know I'm a Jet and Cowboy fan. Adam, I've been a Jets and Cowboy fan since high school. Come on.
So who's your so you're picking the Cowboys?
We don't play. We don't play.
Oh yeah,
this
it's your
season.
bye week. Forgot. So who are you
This
picking?
There's no NBA. I'm gonna go to college football again. I'm gonna say college football, man. Well, we got some good games tomorrow. We're in week 14, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Conference championships.
Ooh. Because I already got the big puppy in Alabama and Georgia. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State against Baylor on the money line.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's all for our bets, and that's all for this episode. I'm tired right now, guys.
Adam,
Me too.
you can't say you're tired on the air, jackass.
Good point. Good point. But we're hoping, like, I don't know about you guys, but me and my family, we're hoping to put up a tree sometime soon, our Christmas tree.
Yeah, man, I'm getting my tree for all my baby mamas.
Yeah.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
All right, but guys, you have any final thoughts?
Not really. Let's
All right, guys. Let's end the show here. That's it. This has been episode 58 of the Gay Game Podcast. Yours truly, Adam Grisani, Mel Cunningham, Alex Beach, and Chris Green. If you like what you heard, leave a like and follow or subscribe to the podcast.
I gotta do the influence like.
Also, if you want to join the conversation, drop a comment or review, and you may feature it in a future episode. Remember, my friends, throw us your juices as fantasy. If you can imagine a world, believe in it and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.